Yes. Okay, thank you for coming. Today we'll be talking about trusted building email server so that it can be trusted by other email server. Okay. Why this is important? Because um, if you are not system administrator that usually Linux based, most likely you will set up an email server for your organization. Okay, so that they can receive and send email. Okay. But sometimes the email server that we send, yeah, the email message that we send from our server is categorized spam when it's received by other email server. So yeah, that's a big problem in the email server. So today we try to discuss how to set up an email server so that it can be trusted by other email server. Okay. All right. Okay. Before I start, is there anyone not from Indonesia, from Africa, or from Europe, or from? Usually there are people from. Oh, okay. So you're geeks. So you're not from Indonesia. Oh, okay. So from Latvia. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Okay, so I'll be speaking in English then. Okay, thank you. Let's continue. So today we'll be talking about the email server. The email server itself, the topic for email server have been discussed in previous webinar. Okay, so this is our agenda. Yeah, so we'll do some prerequisite, we'll do introduction and then some prerequisite knowledge, and then we discuss email server and then some technique to increase the trust of your email server so that if other email server receive email from your server, it's not going to be a problem. Okay, so that's our topic tonight. Okay, let me. Oh, okay, I have an issue here. I need to log in again to my Gmail. Okay, looks okay by now. Oops. Yeah, so introduction, we are GLC. For those who are new, we are Cakrawala. We are based in Bandung. Our areas are training and IT consulting. And we do Mikrotik, Ubiquity Linux Foundation. Yeah, we also develop our own Radius product for billing and then Radius Manager. So my name is Achmad Mardiansyah. I'm based in Bandung. I'm Linux user, many users. Okay, Linux, Mikrotik user, PHP user, Python user, PostgreSQL user, MySQL user. Okay, many users. I have LinkedIn account here, so if you don't mind, and then yeah, please connect with me here. Yeah, that was about me and our past experience. Oh, in 2021, I think we have another project here in Papua New Guinea. Yeah, again related to a networking. So most likely our project are related to networks. Actually, yeah, start with networks, but later on we integrate with other systems like system administration, set up networks, and then build some custom, usually web-based application to support organization. Okay, yeah, that was about us. About the webinar, yes, webinar, we started webinar since 2010. Again, please guys, we have a collaboration webinar here. So if you don't mind, just contact us to presenting your ideas here. So yeah, please feel free to, if you want to have a collaboration webinar with us. Okay, we will give you the platform, and then yeah, everybody should be happy. Okay, next is about the introduction itself. So thank you very much for coming. but can you please inform yourself in the group chat where you're from? Okay, so that we know from where our attendants are. Okay, so usually people are coming from different continents. Okay, so we have here Parial, okay, Georgix from Latvia, okay, thank you. We have Budi from Surabaya, yes, thank you. And then prerequisites, so we assume you already know computer network, DNS, administering Linux system, okay. Because most likely the server that we are managing is based on Linux, okay. Prerequisite knowledge. So we know that when we talk about the network, we have a 7 OC layer, and then on the OC layer we have that started from lower layer going up to the application layer. Okay, so like here, like we have a physical layers, data links layer, network, transport, session, presentation, and application here. So here we have, when we send data, yes, data, okay, there is an encapsulation process. And then after that, we send the data through the network, the physical connection. Okay, and then one service here that is from application layer is Smtp. Okay, so this one here. So this is the protocol that we are using for sending our email. Okay, so yeah, that's why we we need to review, make sure that we understand the concept of encapsulation. Okay, so we have an application. That's where the user understand that where the user use, and then after that we go down to the lower layer, and then having a encapsulation process. Okay, next is about, okay, so here's the concept of encapsulation. So we have a data, and then the data is added by header, and then it depends on the which layer you are at. If you are a layer 4, we add a layer 4 header, which is either TCP or UDP. And then down, you have a packet and then a frame. About the email system, so this is how email system looks like. Okay. So this is email server. So this is the okay. So this is how email server looks like. Okay. So we have an email server here. So this is our email server. Okay. So this is us. So for us, from the user point of view, so it's just like this. Okay, I'm sending. I'm logging to a software like Microsoft Outlook or others, like a Thunderbird. So it's Thunderbird is one of our famous famous email client. Okay, so open the email client and then send email and then finish. Okay, so it's very simple. Okay, so you have a source and then you have a destination over here. Okay, it's very simple, but actually the email works is you open your email client like Outlook, and then you send that email to a server, email server. So we call it MTA here. So this is MTA. Okay, and then the MTA, our MTA send to other MTA. Yeah. Okay. And then from there, the recipient check their email. So that's how it works. Okay. So from the email server checking to the email, email client checking to the email server, we have an MDA here, mail delivery agent. Okay. And then for accessing the email, so we have an MUA. Yeah. Mail user agents like Thunderbird or if you have a web service, for example, it's like what is it? Round cube. Okay. What else? Squirrel mail. Yeah. That one is also popular a long time ago. Yeah. Okay, I have a chat here. Oh, okay. Thank you very much for welcome, for introducing yourself. Yeah, very warm welcome for you guys. So we have Ucok from Jakarta, Rudy from Bandung, Landong from Medan. Okay, thanks very much for coming. Okay, so after that, after we know how email server works, when we talk about the email, we cannot get rid of the DNS, okay? Because it really depends on the DNS. So once your DNS is dead, you are dead, okay? Yeah, so this is how it looks like. Okay, so for example, this is you. Okay, you want to send email. Okay, so you're opening a Thunderbird here, TV, Thunderbird. Okay, you're sending the email server receive your email and then check to the DNS server. Okay, so I want to send to example.com. Okay, sorry, to target.com. Yeah. Okay, where is target.com? What is the IP address? Okay, so after gets the IP address here, so we usually use MX record. Okay, so this two record is very important. Okay, make sure you have both of them. Okay, so so I'm checking the MX record of the destination, and after that, I'll check the IP address. Yeah, so this two is important. Okay, when packets arrive, and then the user will get the email. Okay, so as simple as that. So it's always checking with the DNS. Okay. And then from the protocol point of view, so we have several layers that is involved in this operation. Okay, first is layer 7. So on layer 7, we will use DNS SMTP. Yeah. Depends on which application. For SMTP is for transferring between MTA to other MTA. Okay, so it's not from you sending directly to your phone. No, it's not. So SMTP usually is between MTA. And then if you want to download your message, usually we have a POP3 here. Not there. Yeah. POP3, it's from MTA to MUA or IMAP. Okay. Yeah, IMAP. It's not listed here, so because there are so many applications on networking. Okay. Yeah, it was the layer 7, and then layer 6 is for presentation layer. There will be a SSL. I mean, layer 6 is involved because layer 6 is presentation layer. It's responsible for presenting the data, whether it's plain text or encrypted. Yeah, so that's why layer 6 is involved. Layer 4, yes, layer 4 we have either TCP or UDP, but for email we are using TCP. And then on layer 3 we have IPv4 usually. Yeah, either actually it depends. It depends on your DNS settings. Again, DNS. Okay, so if you set up your MX with IPv6, and then it will go through IPv6. Otherwise, we normally we use many email server are still based on IPv4. Okay, unfortunately, yeah. Okay, so that was the layers, and then for the protocol itself, SMTP is defined here, RFC 821. And then if 821 is obsolete, okay, and then change it to obsolete by this one. Okay, obsolete this one, and this one. Okay, so this is 2821. Okay, RFC 2821. So if you want to see the details about how SMTP works, and then here's the RFC. Okay, so it defines the core component of the SMTP. Okay. Yeah, this is additional notes. In case if you have like a front-end email server, so you have two MTA. So this is how it looks like. Okay. You don't have to discuss more about this, more details. Next is about the trusted email. So as I said, you already know how the email is working. Okay. So you send to MTA. MTA will do DNS lookup for the target MTA, right? And then send the email to the destination, as simple as that. Okay. So trusted email first is by using SPF. Okay. SPF is Sender Policy Framework. Okay. There is an RFC for this. I need to update the the reference. Okay. Yeah. So the problem is with this open standard like this. Okay. The way email is defined, the protocol of SMTP. Actually, it's just quite open. Okay. And then the problem is when we send the data, so from here, not send, receiving. Okay, so because the problem in our network is on receiving data. Okay, receiving email. So this is a receiver, RX. Okay, and this one here is TX. TX means the one that is transmit, that is sending. Okay. So I'm sending the email. This is receiving the email. Okay. So the problem is on receiving. Okay. What happened on receiving? Because we are receiving so many emails. Okay. Which we don't know where they are really from. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. Many are fake. Also spam email. Okay. Once you publish your email like this. Oh, okay. In the next several weeks, and then you will get email from nowhere because you already published your email. So it looks like somebody there is doing email gathering and then send email through those links. Okay. The content can be many things, from scam, from phishing email, saying that okay, you have you have a gift from somebody from Africa, from Nigeria, where if you follow up this email, and then you will get a lot of money. Yeah, that kind of email. Okay, when you reply, usually yeah, bad things happens. Okay, so that's the problem. So everyone can send to everybody. Okay, so the designer of email never thought about how email, the implementation of email can be that bad, because in the beginning they most likely they're just technical people. They're very honest. They might think, oh, okay, that email can be a spam. Yeah. So the problem here is, how can we trust the email server that is sending the email? Okay. How? Okay. So first technique is SPF. So with this SPF, yeah, with SPF. So when we receive SPF, so one technique is SPF. SPF is a Sender Policy Framework. So how can we increase our trust? Okay, so that the target email server will trust our email server. Okay, so the target trusts us. How? Okay, number one can be SPF. So how SPF works? is will be like this. Okay, so this is our RX, so recipient email. So this is MTA, right? This is MTA for RX. So this is the server that receive email. Okay, so this is internet, and this is somebody sending email to their email server. Okay, so and then it's very easy. The email server, recipient email server, will check sender ID framework or SIDF, and then we supply. So this is our email. Email server, DNS server. When we publish, okay, the SPF record. Okay, so if it is the authentication, this is pass, and then after checking, then there will be authentication, whether the subject or the email is authentic or not. Or authentic means it's really coming from that particular legitimate source. Okay, so if it is from legitimate source, so there is a possibility that the email coming not from legitimate source. Yes, that's what is called spam. So actually, you can create. Oh no, I'm not teaching you how to do spam, okay? But this is how the spammers work. Okay, so the way they do, this is MTA. Okay, this is MTA. This is IP number 1. This is IP number 2. Okay, and then they're coming from example A.com. And then the target is example B.com. Okay, so there is a possibility that this is MTA. So they're sending to example B, but from this IP address. Do you get me? Okay, so they're pretending they're sending from email A, example A.com. Okay, but their IP address is different. Okay, so that's one technique of spammer. So they're pretending that, oh, okay, I'm coming from example A.com, but actually coming from this IP address. Okay, so that's how the spammer usually do. Okay, they are using any random IP address and then sending lots of email from them. Okay, so that's why now, not now, since many years ago, many cloud providers like Google or Amazon, AWS, Azure, what else? Ali Cloud, and then many cloud providers, many other cloud providers, they are not allowed you to send email from their infrastructure. Because in the past, people just fire up a Google VM or Amazon VM, and then they set up an email server, and then they do spam to many email server, and then people are complaining, and then they're complaining the IP address that belongs to the AWS, and then AWS angry and then stop. Okay, I know I got benefit from you, I got money from you, but you are ruining my reputation, of my IP address reputation. So right now, they don't allow you to send email. They don't allow you to set up email server in their platform. Okay. So how do I set up my own email server? Well, you can find a data center where you can put the server on your own. There you can, it's free, it's up to you, because that's their own server, that's your own server. Okay. Sorry. I have a chat here. Oh, it happens all the time. Yeah. Okay, so the idea of SPF is telling everybody from 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 yeah from through telling everybody from your DNS record. Again, when we talk about email server, we need to understand many things. Okay, like the email server itself, the encapsulation, and then how DNS works. Okay, yeah, that's a crucial. That is crucial for email. So that's the idea of SPF. Perhaps I can show you an example of the GLC networks settings. Okay, perhaps I can do a screenshot. We are using a DNS that is based on bind. So perhaps, yeah, perhaps you can do things like this. Okay, so I just want to share you a one line for our DNS record that states for that is used for SPF. Okay. Okay. You would wrap. Okay. Okay, let me share this one. Yeah, so we have an email server for domain livepractice.lab.glcnetworks.com. Okay, so we create. You know, there is a there is a yeah, when you create a DNS server, okay, you need to know that DNS has several types of record, right? Record A, record MX, record NS. NS is for name server or DNS server. MX is for mail exchange. MX. We have A is for record, a normal record. And then we have TXT for text for additional information for that. Okay, so as you can see, this is our domain. Okay, and then we have a dot here. IN means a record, and then here's the type. Okay, type is TXT, and then here's the content. Okay, coded by double quotes. Okay, and then here is the version. Version is SPF1. Record MX, and then it's coming from IP4, and then here's the IP address. Okay. And then all means every message. Okay. So it means that I have to inform everybody. Not saying that I have to inform that I'm informing to everybody. Okay, that if you see email from livepractice.lab.glcnetwork.com, and then it will be legitimate if it is coming from this IP address. Okay, if it is not coming from this IP address, then most likely I will guarantee that that email is spam email. Okay, so that's how it works. Yeah, so minus all, minus means fail. Yeah, so if they are not 100% same, and then you just mark them fail. Okay, so yeah, that's how it's that's how it means. Yeah. Okay, next. Yeah, that's how SPF works. Okay, so next question is, what if we try to check the SPF? Yeah, it's a good question here. You can check. There is a website, I forgot the name, mail tester, right? Or MX Toolbox. Okay, that one is quite famous. Okay, let us check. Oh, okay, I need to share the screen. Oops. Okay, so MX Toolbox. Okay, yeah, and then it will check everything related to your email server. Okay, it's like live practice dot lab.plc networks.com. Now it is easier because there are so many so many tools for checking your email settings. Okay, it's like checking the SPF here. Yeah, so currently we don't have DMARC respond DNS. Yes, it works. Okay, checking the DNS lookup. Okay, checking the SMTP. Okay, it's trying to connect to this one. And so on and so forth. Others would be from the tools here. So that one is general, but we don't see the SPF. So perhaps you can use this one, Wise Tools, practice.lab.plc networks.com. Okay, so as you can see, yeah, so here it is. Okay, you can compare the, yeah, so we have MX record here. Okay, and then this MX record pointing to that A record. Okay, so this is how you read the the results. Okay, so you are asking this one, okay, with MX record, this MX record with this priority 10, and then goes to live practice, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so this live practice, blah, 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 goes to here. Okay, and then I will give you IP address of this. Okay, so this IP address, yeah, we're also checking the, okay, we already get the IP address of the email server that is hosting the domain of this one, okay, livepractice.lab.glcnetworks.com. Okay, so we already know that. And then we add the SPF, record, and then it means that if you receive email from livepractice.lab.glcnetworks.com, make sure it is coming from this IP address. Okay. Can I send a an email from that? Yes, it's possible. So let's see if we can send email directly from the server itself, the live practice server. Okay, let me check. Oh, looks like the port is changed, so I need to update the port here. Oh. Please wait a moment. Oh, yeah, please wait. I'm trying to log into my own server. What's that? Okay. Okay, so I hope you can send an email from this. Okay, let me share. Share the whole screen, so hopefully you can see it. Okay, so I'm in live practice right now, and hopefully you can see my screen. Okay, so I will send an email to my own, to my email. So mailx chmd@glc.networks.com. Okay, subject, that's subject. And then here's the body, and then control D. Send, okay, and then you check mail queue is empty, so should be ready by now. Let's see. Oh, okay, here it is. It's from Live 20 on my Gmail account. And then we can see them here. Okay. We can see the details of the message. You can see show original. And then you can see here status is sending from the email is sent from this IP address 1.9.255.2. Okay, so it's good. It's good. So I'm sending from this live20.livepractice.com. Download it. Oh, okay. Here's the original. Okay, so this is how it travels from live practice to Achmad at glcnetworks.com. So as you can see, if you want to follow along, you can do bottom up. Okay, So this is how you send. Okay, so you're sending from here. This is from you, and then this is your original letters. I mean original email, yeah. And then it's received. You're sending. So I'm sending through through this one. What is it? Okay, yeah. So I'm using MailX. So MailX means mail user agent. So it's similar like Outlook, yeah. So yeah. So I'm sending that from MUA. So this is MUA, received by my email server. So it says here, okay, I'm using postfix. And then this is the user ID on Thursday, blah, blah, blah. And then send through the internet. Okay, so next is this one. Okay, receive SPF. To actually the glcnetwork.com is hosted at Google. So here it is. Why Google? Because we don't have enough resource for maintaining that. Okay, so we outsource to Google. Yeah, so this is the domain of blah blah blah. Okay, basically this IP address is permitted sender. How do I know? Because the SPF here is pass. Okay, so it's permitted sender. Yeah, so that's how it works. Okay, then moving on. Actually, there is a other a technique here for Dkim, but we haven't configured yet for our email server for live practice. So you can receive the the signature here, but when we send, we haven't signed the email with the key, the key. That one will be discussed in the next slide. Sorry, a little bit jump over. This one. Oh, okay, yeah. So back to the slides. Okay, yeah. So previously we already know the SPF technique, okay, which is saying that yeah, even though it is very simple, okay, can we do more complex than that? Yes, it's possible, yeah. But step one is to inform everybody that your legitimate IP address is this one, okay. So that also helps a lot, okay. Next technique is called Dkim. Okay, so this one is a little bit complex because it's like it's like a cryptography, where in the cryptography you have two types of obfuscating your message. First is by using symmetric key and then asymmetric key. Okay. With Dkim is domain key identified mail. Okay. So the way it works is this is your sending MTA and this is receiving. Okay. So every email that you are sending, you add that the Dkim key. Okay. So there is a key for that. Okay. So in our DNS, we also send key for that. Okay, like a public key. So we'll publish public key here on the DNS. Okay, but when we sign, so every email that we are sending, on that we will add a sign for that. Okay, like add some signature. Okay, so we publish the public key. Okay, and then we every email that we send, we sign them with a private key. Okay, of course, private key will be stored here in email server. So when the message arrives, the email server, the recipient side will check. They will combine between a public key and private key. Are they similar? Are they trustful? Okay, are they connected? Are they matched? Yeah, I think yeah, if you have key and then you have option for matching or not matching, right? So they will the recipient email server will check, will combine, will check whether the key are matched, the private key and then the public key. If they are matched, okay, like this one, and then it will go to your inbox. As simple as that. Yeah, so this one is quite sophisticated. Okay. Yeah, so that's one technique. Next technique is called DMARC, DMARC. So DMARC combines both of them, like SPF and Dkim, and then also adding features for DMARC itself. Okay. So you're sending this. Okay, you're sending email and then you sign with Dkim and SPF. Okay, so SPF is rely on the DNS, Dkim DNS, and then signing. Okay, so the email is sent through over the internet and then received by the recipient email server. Okay, and then the email server will check. The first step is checking the SPF and Dkim as a previous step. Okay, that one is fine. And then check also other role for DMARC. Okay, so if DMARC is passed, and then goes to inbox. If not passed, and then perhaps be quarantine and then report to the sender. Yeah. Okay, so that's DMARC. But this one is very rare. Yes, so usually we use Dkim, SPF, and reverse DNS. Okay, so yeah, because currently I don't know, because reverse DNS is that depends on your configuration. Reverse DNS is very crucial. Okay, but it's not. Well, that depends. if you are the one that owns that it's managing the reverse DNS, and then that's your responsibility. Okay. If it is, if you are using IP address from your upstream, and then you have to talk to your upstream. Okay. So please do the reverse DNS. Okay. Reverse DNS. Okay. So usually we have a DNS. DNS is from domain to IP address, right? So that's DNS. DNS. Okay. But reverse DNS, RDNS, is from IP to domain. Okay, so how do you check? Well, this is easy. So yeah, you can try. So you can use host for this one. If you are in Linux, so let's say, so if let's say you want to know IP address of google.com. Okay, so this means you are using a DNS, normal DNS. Okay, so you're asking. So your what's the questions? Yeah. So this is your question. So you're asking google.com with record A, and then you get the answer that google.com has this IP address. Okay, so simple as that. Yeah. So that's a DNS, but reverse DNS is different. So you can use host. So what you're asking is the IP address. And then this IP address goes to where? If you is matched with which IP, which DNS name. Okay, so here it is. Is this IP address, yeah, has a pointer to this one. Okay, KU blah 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 blah. Okay, so that's the reverse DNS. So for your case, make sure that you have a legitimate IP address, yes, and then on that reverse DNS, make sure if you are using email.example.com, so this reverse DNS will be email.example.com, for example. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so that's how it works. Okay. Okay, let's check then. So what if we did this one, right? Oh, same. See, so I asked, what is the domain name of this IP address? And then he said this one. Okay, and then I asked again. So I asked the DNS. So I want to check the IP address of this one, and then the answer of this IP address. So between IP address and IP address and IP address and DNS is same. Okay, from it doesn't matter from where you're trying to ask. You try to ask the DNS, you will get the IP. You will ask the IP, you will get the DNS. Okay, so now let's check the livepractice.com. Okay, you can check dig minus tmx livepractice.com. Okay, livepractice.lab.plcnetworks.com. Okay, so that's the entry livepractice.com. Okay, so I ask again the livepractice.lab.glc.networks.com. Okay, so I want to know what is the IP address of this one. Oh, okay, so I got this IP address over here. Okay, now I'm checking. So I'm doing reverse checking. Okay, so give me the IP address. Give me the domain name of this IP address. Okay, so host 1.9.255.2, and then not found. So so yeah, not found. So not found means no domain name for that. So I need to talk to the owner of IP address, and then telling them, please, can you add the reverse DNS for this particular IP address? Okay, so please set up livepractice.lab.glc.networks.com, is associated with this IP address. Okay, and after that, your high level of trust will be very, very good. Okay, yeah. So from my experience, yeah, from my experience, several aspects that can make your email server more trustable, can gain more trust is reverse DNS. Yeah, reverse DNS is number one. Make sure is you have a very good reverse DNS, and after that is SPF, and after that Dkim. Yeah, that one is okay. But does that mean you are always trustable? No. Sometimes when you send through Gmail, that can be classified as spam. Yeah, because not so many people are likes your email, right? Especially if it is just a spam email or what promotion or any stuff that coming from your marketing. Yeah, but at least you already have you already increase your trust level of your email server. Okay. Oh yeah, one thing that I want to show is I think there is a website for email testing. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah. Yeah, so this one, yeah, you can, this is very good. Yeah. I try to send email to this one. Okay, let me check. Mail X. So that the subject, yes, email practice. Okay, blah blah blah. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Okay, and then send. Okay, check email queue. Okay, it's still on. Wow. Okay, now it's gone. Already sent. No queue, and then check our score here. Oh, it's 7.7 from 10. Wow. Okay. So let's see. It says it's okay. So this one looks okay here. Text version. Okay. Source is okay. Looks legit. Okay. Next is spam assassin. See. Can you see that? Why my score is quite low? Because there is no reverse DNS. SPF is okay. See? So yeah, reverse DNS is really, really important for your email server. What else? Okay, let's see here. You are not fully authenticated. Why? Let's check. For SPF is okay. Oh, Dkim. See. Yeah, so we haven't set up Dkim on our email server yet. So yeah. Yeah, later we'll update the Dkim for email. So we are using postfix, and for Dkim we haven't set it up yet. DMARC, yeah, okay, after Dkim. So in my opinion, well, as long as you have a very good Dkim and SPF, that's okay. DMARC, well, that's optional. Again, reverse DNS, see, reverse DNS. Again, reverse DNS is a big issue here. What else? Oh, you have to add, if you want to unsubscribe, and then you have to put the list. Well, not bad, 7.7 out of 10. Okay, not bad, man. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the slide. Yeah, so this DMARC. Oh, tips and tricks. Yes, do not make your email server open relay, of course. Yeah. Yeah, because a long time ago, when you, yeah, in the 1990s, I learned Linux for the first time in the 1999, and then yeah, at that time it was not in the secure configuration. Yeah, secure by default. No, it's not like that. So it's open. So everyone can use my own email server for sending their own email. Yeah, that is bad. Okay, and then that one is called open relay. Okay, do not make your server open relay, but I don't think all email server now is open relay. Strong password. See, even though you have a Dkim, you have SPF, but the attacker can attack your client. They can try to log in, username, password. Okay, so make sure you are using strong password. And then if you use a fail to ban, you can blacklist that IP address if they have maybe 3 times a failure, a fail to log in. Using email gateway, as I said, you have MTA in front of MTA. You can put an email gateway. So all the filtering is on email gateway. Check email server performance, like what we did just now. Okay, so we are using emailtester.com. Okay, what else? Reverse DNS. Yeah, reverse DNS is important. Features like SPF, Dkim, DMARC improve email server reputation. Do not send too many emails at once. Even though you are 10 out of 10, but you are sending many emails. Okay, not good. Okay, so in our system, usually we send several emails every minute. So we are using cron job for that. Okay, I will keep the email reputation up. You can subscribe for monitoring. So if your IP address is on blacklist, you will get notification. Troubleshooting, yes, we have done the troubleshooting. I start with DNS. I've shown you the DNS troubleshooting log. Check the log, okay, and then check firewall. Okay, live practice, we have done that. If you are interested, just come to our training. Oh, okay. So it's 20:45 now. sorry. We are more than 1 hour here. We're supposed to stop at 20:30. Okay, so this is end of the slide. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your attention. If you don't mind, submit your feedback here. For further event on our website, there is a schedule there. For Facebook, we have Facebook. We also put information announcement there. Slides will be available on Slideshare. If you want to join Discord, and then we have a Discord channel. Recording will be available on YouTube. And yeah, stay tuned with our schedule. Okay. Yeah, I'll put everything here on the group chat so that you can read them. And then the most important thing is the feedback. Okay, we also need you to give us an idea about a future topic that needs to be discussed. Right, any questions? Oh, I have a question here. Can we have the slide? Oh, okay, I already reply the answer, right? Slides will be available on Slideshare. Okay, so I got info from admin that, okay, let's have a group photo here. Group photo, so it means that I have to stop this Slideshare. Done. Okay, guys, any questions so far? So hopefully you have, you don't have anything in your mind that is unclear. Okay, so hopefully everything clear with the email server. Yeah. Again, if you are still thinking too much about the email server, you just outsource it to Google. As long as you have money, okay. Again, email server is not easy. Yeah, based on my experience, many things happen with email servers, and then most of the time your emails get rejected by the recipient. Yeah, like what I said. So yeah, I've informed you the tips. Set up SPF, set up Dkim, reverse DNS, important. Okay. Right. So please turn on your camera, and then I'll take a picture. Okay, I have a question here. Actually, I missed the session. Oh, okay. You just joined. What? We are about to close now. Well, we are recording the session. So just stay tuned in YouTube. Okay, guys, ready? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, thumbs up. 1, 2, and 3. Yoo-hoo. Yeah, great. So, okay, thank you very much for your coming. See you in the next webinar. Please, for those who missed the session, we uploaded the session, the recording on YouTube. Okay, you just Google, you just search the GLC networks, and then you can find lots of videos over there. Right, guys. So again, thank you very much, and have a nice day. Keep safe, and see you in the next webinar. Thank you and goodbye. Oh, one more thing. Please submit your feedback. Okay, feedback links is available on group chat. Okay, see you. Goodbye.